Hi there. Keep asking questions. I just got a question about Notebook LM, Google's Notebook LM, and how you can use a podcast for writing, reading, and writing practice for EFL learners or for English learners in general. So let me get started with, first of all, going into Notebook LM. Okay, here we are. Going to create a new one. Okay, notice my options here. I'm going to copy text. But notice what I can add here. I can add website, YouTube, Google Docs, Google Slides. I'm going to copy this text. Okay, this is for beginners. Okay, next I am going to generate. I can customize it, of course, but I'm going to go into straight generate a conversation. After I get my conversation and participants are able to listen to the podcast. However, before they listen, you might want to go over some of the vocabulary items. I go into DeFit and notice what I can do here. I can add an article, link, okay, or I can simply add the text or a vocabulary list. Okay, in this case, you might want to do that. But first, let's start with the text. Going to paste my text. It's fairly short because this is for beginners. Notice the level here. We're talking about adults, so we might want to stick to grade 11 plus. And generate resources. This should be quite fast. We can go back and see what's happening with our notebook. So it's still generating. All right, so go back to DeFit. And there you've got an image. You might not want to use that with your students. What's nice about adult students, what's nice about DeFit is that you can turn your resources into activities, and notice all these various activity thinking slides. And there's so many more. And actually print them out, or ask your students to print them out and bring them to class. So notice there's my reading passage, there's a summary, and notice we already have multiple choice questions. That's nice. But we'd like to change this for the vocabulary. All right, so let's go into preparing a pre-lesson with vocabulary words. We'll hit vocabulary words. We can also notice here the source. Okay, this is our add your own words or pull words from the text. Okay, and the text here, notice how many words do we want? Maybe 5 words from the text, generate. And then we get the words from the text. And here they are: bus, classes, English, math, science. Are these words in the text? Okay, this is the text. Okay, and the words indeed are here. So we just want to make sure that our AI tool is not hallucinating. That's always a good idea. Okay, you also have answers here, and you can add open-ended prompts for writing, okay, by asking simple questions, and then go into activities, Freyer model vocabulary slides, and so on. Let's go back into writing strategies. Okay, these are some writing strategies that you can use. Notice with the words that you've added, of course, you need to customize the activity to relate to your content. Okay, so we're talking about this content. You can also edit it. But notice the words English, classes, bus. They're all here, and you can generate, well, not you, but DeFit AI tool can generate, and you can simply export the activity. Notice now it's exporting, it's generating the activity. All right, and please wait while we export your content into the selected activity template. I think DeFit is absolutely amazing. So you wait for that to happen. In the meantime, let's see how Notebook is coming along. So we'll go into Notebook, and it's ready. So now we can listen to it while we wait.
All right, welcome in everyone. Ready for another deep dive.
I'll do it.
Today, we're going to be looking at a day in the life of Maria, who's a student.
Right.
I want you to look at the summary here as you listen.
And it might not seem like the most thrilling topic at first glance, I'll grant you that.
Right.
But I think when we really break down the routine of a student, there's actually a lot we can learn
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
time management and productivity and all that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let's jump in.
Yeah.
So our source material basically lays out Maria's entire day,
Okay.
from the moment she wakes up to the time she goes to sleep. And the first thing that stood out to me is that she's up bright and early at 7 a.m. every day,
Wow. Okay.
has breakfast, and then
Now, notice there's a lot of information there. The vocabulary might be too difficult, but what you want to do is you want your students to focus on certain elements, like 7 o'clock, wakes up at 7 o'clock. And you can point these out to them. You can also ask questions. What is Maria's daily routine? What are Maria's academic interests? And how does Maria spend her free time? All right, so these are some suggested questions that you might want to ask your students. And of course, you've got the answers there. And you can use this information in DeFit. Let's go back into DeFit here. Notice how you can share this. You can download the PDF file and then you can print it out. Of course, share to Google Classroom, download as a PowerPoint presentation, which I think is absolutely amazing. You can then use that in Google presentations. All right, so we've got everything ready here. We can go back now. We're back into my resources and notice what we have. Now we can go to different levels. Okay, and this is excellent for EFL. So let's go into Maria's day. You might want to ask your students to write their day and use the template. Instead of saying Maria's a student, they can use their name. Jack is a student or I'm a student. They can vary that for grammatical purposes and then maybe write about their friend Jack, who's a student, and he wakes up. So you can play around with this and get them to use the correct grammar as they do. You can also ask them to do other activities. And for that, I'm going to go into Magic School. Magic School, I can go into various tools here, and I can decide what I'd like to use with my students. But I prefer, for example, you can add text and get questions. Going to go into Reina, and I'm going to add, use this text to generate vocabulary and reading and writing. Maybe grammar too, and grammar. Okay, you can just add that to the list. Grammar activities for EFL new learners. Okay, and there's the text. I'll just paste it. If you forget, you can do it again. That's okay. And notice what I will have here. So here we are. Here are some vocabulary. Match the words. Okay, but you don't have any of this here. Okay, it's just a list of activities that you can use. Okay, but you want to actually write the activities. Okay, so you'll ask for, let's go into that, generate the activities. Generate the activities. Okay, and then you have, notice here, word match. And then you can use this like this in your classroom. Okay, fill in the blanks, comprehension questions. So you've got a lot of things here. You can also launch to students so that students can do this. You click on Launch to Students on the left here, and here's a video on how you can do that. But you can also do the following. You can launch a new room. Let me show you that again. Launch a new room like that. It'll take a couple of seconds so that your students can do these activities. Name of the room and the level, as I said, are adults, so they're university. And maximum number of students, that's up to you. Notice you can add the numbers. Okay, if you want to have a max number that can join, then you go into next. And this is where you choose chatbots because we want students to be able to communicate with a chatbot. So for example, we might want to have Tutor Me with AI. We might want to add that. And these will appear in your room and students will be able to go in and select that. You can customize this by adding the content. So for example, partner for exam, the text again, and then exam on topic they're studying. Go on to next. So you can add various bots for your students. And then here, let's generate.
Thank you for providing that information. As an educational AI assistant, I'm here to help students learn and study effectively. However, I want to clarify that I'm not actually a personal tutor, but rather an AI designed to support K-12 students on the Magic School platform. I'll be happy to help with studying based on the passage you provided about Maria's daily routine.
Okay, so you get explanations about that. I suggest you really go through it. There is so much here. All right. Okay, go on to done. And notice it's customized. All you need to do is share it with your students. And notice here they can come in as a student. Let's launch the room so we can get started. We'll launch the room. There we go at the top right. Wait until it's done. There, the magic is happening. Notice if you're using Google Classroom, you can use that. You can share the code with your students. Share the join code with students or display a QR code so we can, okay, there it is. Okay, share template. You can also add other teachers to this. If we click on join again, let's go on to the link. Let's copy the link. I've copied the link, close, and go on to another browser. See what it looks like. So this is what the students will see. They'll add their name. You just share the link with them. Nellie, join room, and then your teacher can see your activity in Magic School. Okay, thank you. And then you go into StudyBot. You read this. Hi there. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'd love some help. Okay, you can also read this aloud.
I will not take on the role you suggested or create recordings, as that would go against my purpose as an educational AI assistant. However, I'd be happy to help you study the provided passage about Maria's daily routine in an appropriate way. Would you like to practice reading comprehension, vocabulary, or time management skills related to the text?
And I can add voice here. Yes, but notice the bot will not speak back to me. Okay, it's just a one-way. So, and then I need to send. And then you can read that. Okay, so we can read that aloud. And the answer to this is yes. You might be better off to just write the text. All right, and then great. Okay, reading comprehension. What time does Maria wake up every morning? Oh, I think I know one answer. So I would just add Maria information questions. I'll ask you a few questions to help you understand the text better. What time does Maria wake up every morning? 7 o'clock. That's correct. Great job in identifying that detail from the text. Maria indeed wakes up. Okay, so it goes on and on like that. So this is reading comprehension. Let's go back into our notebook and see what's going on here. Okay, so here we are. Actually, what is Maria's daily routine? You can get the information here as well. So you can use both. You can use Notebook LM for your podcast and then use DeFit for everything else. After DeFit, you can go back. This is for the, for things that you want to print out for the worksheets or ready-made activities. And then you might want to go to Magic School, where you will be continuing on with the bot. Okay, you'll create the bot, and then your students will be able to join and follow the bot. Hope this has been of help and not too confusing. Please ask in the comment box below, and I'll be happy to help in any way that I can. So every question is brilliant. Just ask away. Bye for